Today, DDG filed an emergency motion in court trying to stop Halle Bailey from taking their son Halo out of the country. DDG is accusing Halle of being a danger to their child. On June 4th, 2025, DDG filed an emergency motion in the Los Angeles Superior Court asking the judge to stop Halle Bailey from taking their 17-month-old son to Italy. The motion argues that Halle presents an imminent emotional and psychological risk to Halo and that international travel could make custody enforcement difficult if she refuses to return. DDG claims he only found out about the Italy trip less than a week before the planned departure. DDG says this is typical of Halle, calling her behavior secretive and erratic. A DDG quote from the motion says, "Her behavior is impulsive, emotionally unpredictable, and consistently dismissive of the court's role in my rights as Halo's father." He says she made multiple threats of self-harm and brings up a serious incident while Halle was pregnant. She already took his gun during a domestic dispute. According to DDG, he had to wrestle it away from her. Another quote from the doc, DDG says, "She took my gun during the argument. I fear for both our safety." He also claims that Halle's behavior toward him has escalated. DDG says she has been verbally abusive and even threatened to make false claims to ruin him. In the court filing, he accuses her of repeated threats of self-harm and alarming texts suggesting harm to both herself and the child, attempting to secretly get an abortion while pregnant, and later threatening to go through with it unless they got back together. Taking his gun and leaving the house without explanation while pregnant, he claims he found her outside holding it. Secretly tracking him with multiple Apple AirTags hidden in his cars, a vitamin bottle, the baby's diaper bag, and a box later found in his home. Damn, she on some real Spy Kid shit. Showing up uninvited to a theater and allegedly trying to fight a woman he was with. Physically assaulting him during the argument. He claims she hit him and caused a cut on his hand, and that she accidentally injured herself during the incident she later described as abuse. DDG says he's willing to co-parent but wants safeguards in place to protect both Halo and himself. He argues that Halle has made it difficult to communicate and won't cooperate on joint decisions. In another quote from the doc, he says, "This isn't about control, it's about safety. Halo deserves two parents, not one parent making reckless decisions." So right here, what we got is the text messages that she was sending him. "This is proof you leave me hanging as a mother. You won't get your son when you need to. I just found out you're sleeping with Lala in Mexico. I'm going to kill myself tonight. My son will not be around for it. I hate you forever. You can have him and let her be his mom. You put your penis inside of her in Mexico is crazy." And DDG's responding smartly, "I can't believe you're acting like this. Nigga, I'm going to try one more time. If you don't answer, it's over forever. I'm not playing, Daryl. That's it. I just want to be left alone, please. Nigga, I'm calling for help. I have a knife." Damn. If any of y'all find yourself in a toxic situation like this, I just say keep all of the evidence, screenshots, and everything, because once you go to the police, then all bets are off. Everything, every secret, whatever you hiding, they gonna use it with their full wrath to get you up out of the paint. I just thought we'd do what I wanted to do today since it's Mother's Day, but you really want to go, you can. I'll just go home and pack. Hello? All right, so yeah, I don't doubt that DDG brought a lot of this on himself, with cheating and everything, because I've been in this shoe. I could look back and say that this girl was crazy and she tripped out, but, when you really go look at the things that may have triggered that, then if you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you doing something stupid. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. You have a son. I know you took my gun. That gun has no safety. Put it down. You have ruined me and all my happiness. You hang up when I'm begging for help. You're the only help I used to have, and you're so focused on being famous and having money when you don't even see what's in front of you. How could you? How could you go to Mexico and be with someone else? How could you openly talk shit about me to all your family and all the women you want to sleep with?" Yeah, DDG. You got to wear that, bro. Yeah. The court filing comes just weeks after Halle was granted temporary full custody in May 2025. At that time, Halle filed her own allegations claiming DDG was emotionally and physically abusive during her pregnancy and after Halo was born. She also secured a restraining order which kept DDG more than 100 yards away from her and their son. The order expired June 4th, the same day DDG filed his emergency motion. The timing here is no coincidence. Halle's side from previous filings is saying, "I have fear for my emotional well-being and safety around Daryl. His behavior is controlling and violent." The court has scheduled a full hearing for June 24th, 2025 to sort out the international travel request, the long-term custody agreement, and whether either parent presents a risk to the child. Until then, the legal back and forth is likely to get even messier. With serious accusations flying from both sides, the judge has a lot to untangle. What started as a celebrity couple is now turning into a courtroom war. DDG says Halle is unstable, Halle says DDG is abusive, and stuck in the middle is the 1-year-old little boy. We keep watching this story as it develops. Drop a comment with your thoughts on this situation and subscribe for more real breakdowns like this.